Yo, we back like we never left. What's up? What's up, people? What's up, people? We back. So, y'all know I had to hit y'all with a 9/11 story since it's 9/11. Um, yeah, I got one of those. So, let's get right into it. All right, boom. So, 9/11 2001, the day the towers got hit. Um, 9/12, the very next day, I had to turn myself in to start my 2 to 4 for the remember the video I said I did about the direct sale with the mark money and all that. Well, I did like 5 or 6 months. They gave me some bail. I got bailed out, so I was able to fight it from the street. But now the time came where I copped out to a 2 to 4, and 9/12/2001 was the day that I had to turn myself in. So boom, the day before 9/11, I slept, me and my baby mother, which she wasn't my BM yet, but she was just my girl at the time. We decided to stay at my mother's house because, the next day I was going away for a while, for a couple years. So I wanted to be around my mother and my girl. So we just all crashed at my mother's house. So boom. That morning, my mother wakes us up. She like, yo, get up, get up. She like, come on, come to the living room. So I wake up all groggy. I go to the living room, and on the TV screen is 9/11, is the towers, and a plane had already hit the first tower. So we like, damn, that's crazy. But remember, everybody's thinking it was by mistake, the first one. So as we watching it, boom, the other joint hits, right? So now we like, oh shit. So they start saying, yo, we must be under attack and all this shit, right? Shit was wild. I remember the feeling, like it felt crazy. It really did. So not for nothing, but one of the first things that I thought was, damn, if we being attacked, then the courthouse gotta be closed tomorrow. So I might not have to turn myself in. You know what I'm saying? Like that's one of the first things I thought about. Of course, after I thought about all them people that was in there dying and shit, because that shit was wild. But I'm not gonna lie, I thought about my freedom too. Like, damn, I'm probably not gonna have to go in. So we watching, everybody's tuned in, and I end up calling the court, White Plains Court. That's the county court in Westchester. That's where they send you when they give you time to go upstate. You got to go from that court. So I called, and I'm talking to the county clerk lady. So I'm like, yeah, I'm sure you're aware that we're being attacked and shit. And she's like, yeah, I'm aware of it. So I'm like, so I'm supposed to turn myself in tomorrow. Y'all not gonna be open, right? So she says, unless a plane flies into this building, you need to be here tomorrow morning. So I'm like, ah, shit. I tried it though. I said, fuck it. All right, cool. So me and my girl, we go to Fordham. I go by myself. I had to get like my white tees, my boxers, socks, the whole shit to bring into the jail with me. So, which was a waste of money and a waste of time, because I ended up going up north quick. Like, cause when you go in sentenced to the county jail, when you sentenced to state time, they get you out of there quick. But everybody was like, oh, you're gonna do like a month. I did 4 days and they got me up out of there. So anyway, boom. That day, that 9/11 day, we end up chilling. My brother-in-law P came down. We chilled that day. I think we had a few drinks. I chilled with Mom Dukes, chilled with my girl, this and that. It was a real crazy feeling, because I'm going away the next day. And then the shit with the planes and all that, people dying. It was just, that whole day was weird, It felt real eerie and shit. So that day is over. My son P, we dapped each other up, gave him a big ass hug, and he dipped. So I go upstairs. I really didn't sleep that night. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I'm going in. You know what I'm saying? So I slept like an hour or two, and got up, gave my mother a kiss, gave my girl a kiss, called a cab, and I went I went by myself. I jumped in the cab from Yonkers to White Plains. I didn't want nobody to come because for what? You know, I'm going in. I know I'm going in. So I just said my goodbyes from right there from the house. So boom, I get to court. They call my name. They lock me up. They take me into the back, and we go to the jail, to the county jail. So when I get to the county jail, you know, that's just a long process. The bullpen, all that shit. Finally, they got me upstairs in the new jail. I see my man Andy that I grew up with. I think he was doing like a bullet. So he was in the block, the same block that they put me in. So he's like the first face that I recognized. My man Andy he right from my block too, from Pear Street. So so we talking and shit. He already had a few months in. I think he was on his way out. So we chopping it up because I ain't seen him in a minute because he was doing that bullet. So of course I recognize a few other dudes because remember, like I told y'all, once you in there from like young like that, every time you go back, you're gonna see the same faces all the time. So, all right, boom. So, like I said, 4 days, these motherfuckers woke me up the 4th day, like 4:30 in the morning, talking about, yo, pack up. You're going upstate. You're going up north today. So I'm like, damn. Now I ain't gonna lie. The feeling that first time you're going up top is a scary feeling. You know what I'm saying? It's a scary feeling, and I'm young too. So, you know, I got that shit in my stomach, like, you know, that like I got knots in my stomach. Shit was crazy. So I pack up. It's 4:30 in the morning. Ain't nobody up. I think I went. That's who I left my shit with. My man Andy. I knocked on his joint on his cell, and I told him like, "Yo, son, I'm out. They taking me up north." So I left him my shit. You know, I still had everything was still brand new. I only got to wear like one tee. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't in jail. You don't change t-shirts every single day. Like you doing a bid. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so so they take me downstairs to the bullpens. When I get down to the bullpens, it's 2 other dudes in there. That's it. Just 2 other dudes. So I walk in. Turn out the first dude I seen, I didn't know neither one of these dudes yet. So the first dude I seen that I actually spoke to turned out to be one of my best friends today. And that's my man Hamo from Ravine. My man Bloody Hamo. This dude, I can't say enough about this dude, man. He held me down up north. We was basically comrades up there for a good minute, like a good 2 years, until some shit went down, and I'll get into that in a minute. So so the other one, we're gonna call him Killer. His name wasn't Killer, but it was something very close to Killer. I don't want to say his name, you know what I'm saying? He was from Mount Vernon though. So so we in there. We end up talking, all 3 of us end up talking, and come to find out, it's all 3 of us first time going up north. And we all around the same age. We like 19, shit like that. So so me and Hamo, we end up really clicking. I don't know if it's because we both from Yonkers or because we just, you know, real recognize real. And the Killer dude, he was just different. He was real loud and talking too much type shit. And, you know, people don't really like them type of dudes like that. You know what I'm saying? Off rip, he was talking too much. You know what I'm saying? So so me and Hamo end up really clicking up. From the bullpen, we clicked up. So, you know, we talking and shit, and Hamo's like, yeah, man, it's my first time. You know, I'm a little nervous. And this dude, Hamo, don't play no games. You know what I'm saying? But like I told you, anybody, first time up north, I don't care how much of a killer you are, you're gonna feel that nervousness. You know what I'm saying? So Hamo was like, yeah, man, I feel that little nervous shit. And I'm like, yeah, me too, man. So Killer talking about, man, I don't give a fuck, man. First nigga that look at me crazy is off with his head and this and that. He's just running off at the mouth, right? So I already see where it's going with this dude. You know what I'm saying? The whole morning he's yapping and I'm just quiet. Me and Hamo really just quiet. You know what I'm saying? Just like I'm trying to just be in my thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Plus it's mad early, bro. It's 5 in the morning. Like sit down. You know what I'm saying? But he all over the place, all over the bullpen. He just talking and talking and talking. So finally, a couple hours later, they open up the bullpen and they tell us that the bus is here for us. So it's game time now, you know what I'm saying? They shackle us together. It's only 3 of us. We go up north in a van. It's not even a bus. It's a fucking van. That's because it was only 3 dudes. So we on our way up there, a couple hours, whatever. We go to downstate. I'm thinking everybody was telling me I was going to Ulster because I only had a 2 to 4. But once we get in the van, the police was like, "Nah, y'all going to downstate." So Ulster and downstate are both reception jails, right? You just be there for a few weeks, probably like a month the most, and just to get your classification and all that together, and then you go to your permanent jail. So usually dudes that's doing like 5 years and less, or even a little more than that, go to Ulster. It's a medium classification jail. I mean reception jail. Downstate, that's where they send niggas with the big, 25 to life, 30 years, shit like that. And that's where they send us. I don't know why. To this day, I don't know why, but that's where I landed. I landed in downstate. So once they said downstate, I'm like, damn, this nigga said downstate. Downstate is a maximum reception jail, prison. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. You don't got no control over that, So we on our way up. I'm just trying to get my thoughts together and shit. So finally we get there. So on the bus ride, me and Hamo was chopping it up, and Hamo was like, "Yo, son, we both from Yonkers. You know what I'm saying? It's both our first times. We made basically like a pact with each other." He was like, "Yo, anybody fuck with you, you know what I'm saying? I'm on them. And the same way anybody try to fuck with Hamo, I'm on them too, you know what I'm saying?" So we just made like a little pact between us on the ride up there. So that shit made me feel, a little better. And I know for sure it made him feel better too. Because it's not the same to be completely alone, and to have like somebody that's riding out with you. So, we get there. Police come. They bring us in the bullpens downstate. They let you know off rip. This ain't Valhalla. This ain't Rikers. We will put hands and feet on you. You heard? They let you know that shit off rip. So we like, damn. But I already heard all this. People before, like when you in Valhalla and shit, people talk about this all the time. But now I'm finally going through it. You know what I'm saying? So when we got there, the only other bus that had got there already was like the upstate bus, like Buffalo and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So it was a few other dudes, probably 6, 7 dudes. It wasn't much at all. And then us 3 from Valhalla. So we get there, niggas like, "Yo, where y'all coming from? Da-da-da, oh, Valhalla, whatever." So for the most part, me and Hamo, we sticking to ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Killer, he running around, yo, where you from? Yo, son, what's your name? Yo, how much time you doing? You feel me? So I'm already knowing that's a no-no. Like, this nigga's bugging, you know what I'm saying? The whole time, he ain't sit down yet. He just running around. The same thing he was doing in Valhalla, he's doing the same shit here. For some reason, ain't nobody say nothing to him yet, though. But I know it's coming, you know what I'm saying? I know it's coming. So, me and Hamo kicking it. Before you know it, I don't remember if it was 2 or 3 buses pull up. Because in the bullpens, is a window, you could see the buses and shit pulling in. So it was 2 or 3 of them joints pulling in. Now, off rip, this is Rikers. Because not only does it say it on the shit, it says like New York's boldest or something like that. You could tell they coming from the city. You know what I'm saying? But you even if it didn't say it, it's 3 buses pulling in full of niggas. Where else is it gonna be from besides Rikers? That's Rikers. So everybody start, like, oh shit, here come Rikers. Rikers just pull up. So the whole atmosphere starts switching up. You know what I'm saying? Because the stories. You know what I'm saying? I don't really gotta get into them. You know the stories. Rikers Island. Come on. So and then there's so many of them, like 3 buses, the big joints. So we like, shit. All right, let's get it. You know what I'm saying? So they start filing in. Now they coming in like 6 by 6, all shackled up in the chain. Each chain hold like 6 or 7 dudes. I'm not sure how many. So they filing them in, and they all, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's chained up together. So as they come in, they make you sit on a bench and they start unshackling your shit, right? So they doing this. They bring in like 2, 3, 4 chains, and you know, you seeing these dudes, man. They whole shit, they whole aura is different. You know what I'm saying? You can tell these dudes is not playing no games. They look like, you know what I'm saying? They look different. Niggas got fresh cuts in their face, just wild shit. So, you know, I'm just minding my business, you know, like you supposed to do. So they filing in. They ain't really too much talking going on, but they filing in. And on one of these chains, it was this little short Spanish dude, young nigga, right? So regular looking dude. He ain't talking to nothing. He quiet. So he sit down. They taking the shit off. So for some reason, I don't know why, Killer decides to talk to him, right? So Killer's like, yo, Papi. He calling him Papi. He like, and most Spanish dudes, I'm gonna tell you right now, most Spanish dudes don't like that Papi shit. At least I know I don't. I never did. You know what I'm saying? When niggas be like, yo, Papi, what up, Papi? I never liked it. And I know a lot of dudes that I've been around don't like it either. You know what I'm saying? So Killer start with the Papi shit, right? He like, yo, Papi. So son looking at him like, and you could tell he looking at him like, the fuck, this nigga talking to me? You know what I'm saying? So Killer, oblivious to the fact, because I could already tell that it's not gonna go well. And he, for some reason, he can't tell. So he like, yo, Papi. He's like from across the bullpen, right? So he like, son don't say nothing. He just looking at him. So he like, yo, y'all coming from Rikers? He know the answer to this. Why you asking these dudes if they coming from Rikers, right? So he like, yo, y'all coming from Rikers? So the Spanish dude looks at him and say, yo, you talking to me, son? He like, yeah. Before he could answer the nigga, he said, yo, son, don't say nothing to me, man. I don't fucking know you, son. You know me, nigga? So Killer just look at him, don't say nothing. He just look at him. And son is like, you know, he tell him what he tell him, like, nigga, don't fucking talk to me, nigga. You know, the energy's different in Rikers, bro. So Killer, he dark skin, brown skin. This dude turned my color. No bullshit. He turned my color. Once the Spanish nigga say that, the first time in hours since 4:30 in the morning that Killer sat down. The nigga sits down and don't talk no more the whole time. Right? So once I seen that, I said, yeah, shit is real. And I already knew this dude, Killer, I don't want him nowhere near me because he gonna get spanked very soon. You know what I'm saying? So now everybody comes in. The bullpen is crowded now. Everybody's unshackled. Bullpen is super crowded. And so now we waiting for them to start calling niggas for the whole process and shit. You know what I'm saying? You got to get your setup. You got to get your greens. You got to get your everything. You know what I'm saying? You got to cut your hair. I didn't have to cut my hair because I got the baldy and shit. So, you know, but everybody got to cut their hair. I don't give a fuck what you got. Braids. Unless you got like a clearance, like a religious reason that you got dreads or something, everybody else is getting their shit cut. So it's always dudes when you first get up north arguing about their haircuts, especially niggas with long hair. They like, yo, I ain't cutting my shit, but you cutting it. Trust me, you cutting your shit. So we start the process. So my son Hamo, he obviously bloody Hamo. He was Damu. He was a blood. So I don't know how or really what happened, but it was a lot of bloods in the bullpen. Actually, I come to find out. But one dude approached them. They start talking. He ended up being blood. So they start kicking it. So the dude start telling him, yo, he's a homie. He's a homie. So it's a bunch of these dudes in the bullpen. So they like, you know, they clicking up together. And so Hamo is obviously leaning more towards them now, because now he know that's his people. So the nigga Hamo like, yo, son, come on, son. So he telling me to come, you know what I mean? So they eventually ask him like, yo, your man is a homie? And he like, nah, he just from my town or whatever, you know what I mean? We together, we came up together and shit. So niggas was cool with it. They like, all right, cool. So my whole time, matter of fact, in downstate was really surrounded around like the Damus and shit. Not cause I'm blood, not cause none of that, but like I just told you, my man Hamo was a blood, you know what I'm saying? And we said we was gonna hold each other down. So that's all he was doing was keeping his word and holding me down, you know what I'm saying? So eventually I see, cause you don't move around too much in downstate. You don't really come out yourself for shit. Eventually we started coming out for just for chow and shit like that. So when we was coming out for chow, I ended up seeing my son Berto from my town, Spanish Berto, and he was cadre, which is he was actually living in downstate because he was working. The only people that actually live there is the people that work like in the kitchen and shit like that in the mess hall. And my man Berto was working there, so he seen me. He like, yo, son, what up? When you first get there, you ain't got shit. You ain't got no cigarettes. You ain't got nothing. So right away, he like, yo, you need something to smoke? I'm like, hell yeah. So he sent me over a box of Tops. That's the tobacco that you roll up and shit. So it was lit. Me and my son Hamo was smoking all day after that. And yeah, man, that's pretty much my first couple days in up north and shit. And like I said, I just want to hit y'all with a 9/11 story. As you can see, the story started in 9/11. So I'm gonna leave it right there. I hope y'all liked it. Like always, I'll be back very soon. Keep commenting, you know, keep subscribing, keep sharing, keep doing all that. And I'm gonna keep doing my part, man. Until next time though, I love y'all.